Hi guys, it's Ben Wilson here, the editor of Official PlayStation Magazine UK, back with another WWE 13 video. This time we're going to take a look at the DLC Pack 3, which was, despite all of THQ's recent troubles, released this week. I'm going to take you through a few DLC characters, and in one of the more intriguing things, I'm going to take you through some of the downloadable moves you can get. Basically, if you go on the store currently and get the moves pack from the new DLC set, you will be able to add some intriguing signatures and finishes to some characters you are probably familiar with. Let's kick off though by showing you the DLC 3 characters. We're going to have a little battle royale so you can see them all for yourself. This is my universe, by the way. There's quite a lot going on, as you can see. That's a thing for a different day. What I will do now is create a little battle royal on Superstars so you can see 6 of the new DLC characters in action. My favourite of the bunch is the intellectual saviour of the masses, Damien Sandow, so let's have him up first. Then we've got the current United States champion. Obviously in the game I haven't made him the US champion yet, but I will probably do that soon. That is Antonio Cesare. Then we've got a legend of the 90s, Yellow Dog as he was known in WCW, or as he's better known in WWE, Brian Pillman. He's going to be in the Battle Royal. Let's also add in, who else have we got? Chainsaw Charlie, who should be better known to many of you if you're wrestling fans as Terry Funk. Let's throw him in there. And then what I've also done, or plan to do, is I'm going to chuck in 2 superstars or 2 outfits that aren't available in the DLC pack but can be bought separately for, I think it's 59p. So there's CM Punk in his ice cream bar t-shirt, and there is Stone Cold Steve Austin somewhere down here in his in this collector's edition, basically like a t-shirt and jeans combo, which also comes with its own bespoke entrance you'll see in a minute. Let's set the match sprints to quick so we can rattle through it. Turn the post-match replay off because I always find that a bit of a nonsense. And let's play some wrestling. So as I say, this is WWE 13 DLC Pack 3. It is on the store in the UK at the moment, and I presume in all other territories at the moment as well. The 4 characters you're going to see first are part of the pack, and the outfits, the CM Punk outfit and the Steve Austin outfit, are both available separately at 59p each. Here comes Damien Sandow. Hallelujah, etc. So he's obviously, if you've only tuned into WWE over the last couple of months, you might recognise him as one half of the Rhodes Scholars. He's in the tag team with Cody Rhodes. My plans for him in his fabulous dressing gown are, in universe, will be to have a challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. I actually prefer him in a solo role, but he is packaged in WWE at the moment in a tag team with Cody Rhodes and Cody Rhodes' intriguing moustache. I'll let the entrance play out so you can see it all. Well, let's at least let him get to the top of the steps before we skip it. So looking pompous and obnoxious and all the many other things to love about him. That is Damien Sandow. Now we're skipping, we should have a bit of Cesaro. Cesaro Claudio Castagnoli, you might know him as if you follow independent wrestling. He's been in WWE for a couple of years, he's actually been on TV for the last 9 months or so. He's had some great matches, he's the current US champion. Famous for using his finisher, the neutralizer, on quite a number of larger athletes, Brodus Clay, and over the last couple of weeks on Main Event and then on Raw this week, he actually performed the move on the Great Khali, who's like a 7-foot giant, so it's quite impressive. And his mocap in this looks pretty good. Doesn't do much when he gets in the ring though, so let's move on. So the loose cannon, Brian Pillman, he's up next. Spent a bit of time in the Hart Foundation in the 90s with Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Owen Hart. Had an intriguing feud with Steve Austin. If you're not someone who's familiar with WWE, there was a curious incident where they did a stunt involving Pillman being back at his house with a gun and appearing to kill himself. I don't think they get away with that now. but that was quite a famous angle in the 90s. That is Brian Pillman. Next up, Chainsaw Charlie. Probably the strangest gimmick of Terry Funk's long career. Great wrestler Terry Funk. This was not the pinnacle of his wrestling career. This gimmick, coming out to the ring with a big net over his face and a chainsaw, which obviously he never really properly used in matches. That would have turned out quite interesting. But yeah, teamed with and feuded with Mick Foley for a bit in WWE and quite often in other areas of his career. I won't be planning to use him very much in my universe, but there he is. You've seen him now. Let's move on. And yeah, as I say, the next two, so these aren't part of the DLC pack, 3-pack, but I thought it was a little bonus. You might like to see them on video. CM Punk, still a game listed as a face, so he'll be coming out and hearing cheers, but I'll have to switch him over to a heel soon. There he is in his ice cream bar t-shirt. As I say, this particular outfit is available on the store currently for 59p. And the same goes for the Stone Cold Steve Austin you're about to see, wearing jeans t-shirt and riding an ATV to the ring. This is a very cool, actually, this entrance. As you can see, I was going to say, as you can see, I've used them quite a number of times, but you haven't. I was going to show you my stats before we went in, but I didn't. So ignore what I've just said, and let's enjoy Austin riding around the ring on a massive truck. And he gets. I think we're ready to roll. So, as I keep repeating, 4 of these guys are available in the DLC pack. Damien Sandow, Antonio Cesaro, Brian Pillman, Chainsaw Charlie. Let's get some action. Sandow obviously is me in the fetching pink trunks and purple knee pads, being picked on by Cesaro early doors. Let's sort that out. I'm playing with difficulty on hard rather than legend. I think you get a better match on hard. Let's try and get Mr. Antonio Cesaro thrown out the ring. This probably wouldn't happen if this was, say, the Royal Rumble, because they're both heels. They'd be more likely to team up and help each other. WWE, you create your own storylines, you play the matches your way, anything goes, and Cesaro is just gone. Let's drop her signature for Cesaro on. And we will try and get rid of one of these guys. Let's pick on Chainsaw Charlie, get him in the corner, hit triangle for our finisher, and out he goes. Goodbye, Mr. Funk. Here comes Austin to tear us a new one. Let's avoid that. Maybe have a cocky taunt, shall we? Bit of a cartwheel, and Austin says timeout. Another Russian leg sweep. Up he pops. Let's show you his actual finisher. Instead of using it to throw you out, I'll use it in the ring. His patented neck breaker. Down he goes. And let's see if Pillman takes control of Austin while I do another bit of posing with Damien Sandow. Nope. Yeah. It's a little attack from behind. Let's team up. I'll let Pillman grab him and we'll do a bit of double teaming. 2 dastardly heels picking on Stone Cold. Let's get rid of him now. Maybe Pillman will come over and help me dispose of him. No, he's reversed that. So instead I will switch my attentions to Brian. You're probably already sick of seeing that move. Let's see if we can dispatch Brian. No, Austin wants another piece. So we're going to have to try and reverse this. And we'll now see if we can get rid of Austin. No. Austin in game as in real life, proving a tricky customer to overcome. And we reverse that move as well. That's right, Brian, thank you for the help. Pillman's racking up the signature moves and finishes, so I'm going to have to be careful if I get put in a position close to the ropes to see if I can get him now. Sneak up on him from behind. Chuck him over the ropes, and we can use my finisher to get rid of him. And now it's just Stone Cold. This would actually be a decent feud on the mic, I think. Stone Cold and Sandow doing battle. want to see this move again? This will be 4 times. Sorry, I think it is only his only signature, so there isn't much choice. You might want to go into his moveset and give him another one. And let's sting him over the top. Knock him into the ropes, bang, and out he goes. And your winner is the intellectual saviour of the masses, Damien Sandow. And an invisible referee, apparently. Intriguingly. Slight bug there, okay. Something always goes wrong. Thankfully, it was just an invisible referee. We can deal with that. So what I'm going to do later on is I'm going to go back in and have a couple more matches. I'm going to show you the Usos and Layla, who are the other 3 DLC 3 characters currently available. Before that, as I said at the outset, there is, as part of these the new DLC, there is a pack of new moves. I think you get about 20 moves, and what I want to do is take you through those moves and show you how you apply them to the correct superstar. So for example, in this moveset there's the Kimura lock, there's the Brock lock, the Lion Salt, Triangle Drop Kick, Super Kick and Pedigree. There's all these moves that you might recognise by name but think, well, I don't really know which superstar to apply them to. I'm actually going to take this. I'm actually going to do that for you now. I'm going to take you into the moveset area of WWE Creations and show you which moves to apply to which superstar, so your game will be improved because of, as a result. So if you've got your game ready and you want to follow, then here's what we do. We go WWE Creations, moveset. First one I'm going to do is Brock Lesnar. He's got 2 moves in this new downloadable pack, the Kimura lock and Brock lock. So I'm going to recommend, you don't have to do it my way, but I'm going to recommend this is what you do if you want the most accurate moveset. So Brock Lesnar, we go down to special moves, and then we go finishers, and we're going to give him the Kimura lock and the shooting star press. Now remember the F5 because we are still going to use that elsewhere. So Kimura lock, if you press R2 a few times, you get down to K, and there is the Kimura lock. I'll show you in action as well. Use this on Triple H event I attended last summer, actually, in Los Angeles, SummerSlam. I was there. All thought Triple H was going to win, but no, Brock brilliantly won. Made us all happy. I'm going to keep the shooting star press. He doesn't use it very often. He used it, famously used it on Kurt Angle at WrestleMania and almost killed himself by misjudging it. But I'm going to leave that there as a potential alternate finisher. Then what we're going to do is go into signatures. I'll probably still at some point, we're going to change multiple power bombs and fall away slam. I will go in at some point in the future and probably add these somewhere else in his moveset, but for now, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to change these, and as I say, you're welcome to do the same. So multiple power bombs, we're going to change to the F5, which is the one we obviously just took away from him. I think it's F5-4 is the one he uses in game. And for the fall away slam, we're going to change this to the Brock lock. He doesn't use this very often. I'm not sure he's used it since his return to WWE last year, but I certainly remember him using it on the past, in the past on the Big Show. This is what the Brock lock looks like. It's pretty nasty. Legs, one leg over his very broad shoulders, and then bending the opponent around. Pretty painful. So yeah, so that's Brock Lesnar done. So you know where to put those moves, and then you go back out. Accept changes. As I say, I'll probably go back at some point in the future and put the multiple power bombs and fall away slam 2 back in somewhere. For now, we're going to leave it like that. But even if there's time at the end, have a match with Lesnar so you can see those moves in action. Next one we're doing is Chris Jericho. He's got again a couple of moves in this new move pack that's available as part of WWE DLC 3. Let's just do the main one. You could do Chris Jericho 99 as well, if you're so pleased. So with him, we're going to go special moves. We're going to edit his finishes again. I always work backwards, so finishes first, then signatures, and then back towards the groggy grapples, because you want the finishes to be the most explosive moves. So for finisher 1, we're going to keep the code breaker. Finisher 2, the Lion Tamer, he occasionally uses on small opponents, but not very often anymore. So what we're going to do, this isn't actually a new move, this is already in the game, but I'm actually going to change that to the Walls of Jericho 1. There is another Walls of Jericho which is assigned as his signature. You'll see that in a minute. Let's back out of that. Now, signatures. One of these is new. So what I've done is, because I want to add the new move here, I've changed the Walls of Jericho 1 to a finisher, as you just saw. So to replace Walls of Jericho 1 in signatures, we're going to put in the Lion Salt. Let's see how this goes. Lion Salt 2, and if you want to see what it looks like, you might recognise this. You surely, if you've watched any Jericho match for the last 10 years, surely recognise the Lion Salt. Great to finally have it in there. And so that's gone in there. And we need to put the Lion Tamer back in somewhere, so I'm going to do that next. I'm going to have it as his on the ground submission grapple, I think, but on the legs. Single leg Boston Crab. Not sure how often he's used that of late, so let's put the Lion Tamer back in there. As you'll see from this is it says new on the screen there, it's not one of the DLC moves, but as you can see, knee to the back, pretty nasty. He used to use that in WCW in the mid-90s, doesn't use it so much in WWE, but I think it's a good one to have assigned to him. And there's one more if I can find it. I haven't tried this one yet, so bear with me. It does also have triangle drop kick, so if you put corner, it'd be in strike attacks, corner groggy. Nope, it's not there. This one could take a while. Corner grapple moves. Let's see if instead of bulldog it's got triangle drop kick. Cross your fingers. There it is. And again, that is a patented Chris Jericho move. As is the bulldog, actually. I'll probably need to put that back in at some point. But for now, I'm happy with that. That is Jericho updated. Obviously, if you want to see more matches, feel free to fast forward 10 minutes or so. I do have some more matches coming up. For now, we're just going to go through a few more of these new DLC Pack 3 moves so that you can find out where they go and save you the trouble of having to work it all out for yourself. Next one is Natalia. She's DLC. I think she was part of Pack 2 actually. If you have Natalia, then this will be a handy one to add to her. We're going to go Natalia. We're going to go standard. We're going to go submission. Or do we want ground? Bear with me 2 secs. I'm going to find out where we're putting this. I think it is standing. Standing submission grapple. Or groggy grapple, excuse me. Where should we put that? Maybe replace the Northern Light suplex. No, as I thought, I'm in the wrong place. I knew this happened at least once, so apologies. Ground. Submission grapple, it's going to be legs, isn't it? Of course it is, in place of Boston Crab. Pin up strong. Move she used while she was tag teaming with Beth Phoenix. So that's that added in. Let's accept the changes. The next one is a guy called Seth Rollins. If you've paid attention the last couple of months, he's currently getting a big push in WWE as part of The Shield. New tandem, a trio in fact, where he works with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. He's actually a custom superstar. As you can see, I've downloaded these off the community creations. Spent a bit of time editing them myself, adding their entrances, theme tunes, etc. Seth Rollins uses the move quite often called the small package driver, and that is also included in the latest DLC pack. So I'm going to go signatures and add in the small package driver. So let's add that in there. We've done that. Quit out. Next up is Triple H. Now this move you'll definitely know. There's a couple new tag team moves as part of this pack. One of which belongs to a certain tandem called DX. So let's get Triple H up. And then let's go tag team. I don't know if you're aware of this. If you've got tag team set up within your game, you can go in. Oh, apparently Triple H doesn't belong to a tag team. That's wrong. That's definitely wrong. What's happened there? Let's go in and work it out ourselves. Or in fact, maybe he's assigned to DX, but with the other as Triple H 99. Let's see. Special moves. No, he's not apparently either. Okay, intriguing. We're going to have a quick look at tag teams. Might be interesting for you to see. In fact, before we do some more moves, let's have one match. Let's have a tag team match, and I'll be able to show you the tag teams that are in here. Have a quick look at Billy Gunn while it loads. Mr. Ass. Badass Billy Gunn, one half of the New Age Outlaws in the 90s. Let me just double check my tag teams are still all alive, because that is pretty strange that they're not appearing. Universe, bit teams. Yeah, they're all there. So what's happened to Degeneration X? That's interesting. I don't know. Alright, forget that. Let's go and have a tag team match. Match cards. Let's advance through there. Let's customise this. And yeah, I'm going to show you... in fact, I'm not going to tag team match yet, because I want to be able to show you the Dudley Boys that their tag team finisher is in the game. And I'll need to assign it first. So let's instead show you another DLC character. We're going to go one-on-one. Once it loads. It's still loading. Right, customise freely. We're going to use Layla. British born, I think lived in Miami the last few years, won a Diva Search in, must have been 05 or 06. So speciality, title match. As you might know, she's a previous Divas champion, so I'm going to show you, we're going to have a wrestle for the Divas title right here. And you get to look at one of my created characters, actually Maurice, got off Community Creations. Currently my Divas champion, quite a good creation as you can see. Let's bring up downloadable content, Layla, and let's have a look at what Maurice looks like in this one. Just load it up. As I say, we'll go back to the tag team moves, and I'll show you the couple, the DX one and the Dudley Boys one off this match. Again, let's put it on quick, so you don't have to sit through a big long match. I'm sure you want to keep this video moving along. Let's get this match played. Maurice, still think it's a great shame she left. I thought she was in WWE for 4 or 5 years, had a couple of great ones with the Divas title on SmackDown, and then they sort of lost interest in it for about a year. She did some stuff with Hornswoggle and AJ on NXT, kind of lost their way. They lost their way in terms of writing for her, and no longer in WWE, which is a shame, because I thought she was one of the most improved divas, if you consider the time at which she joined compared to the time at which she left. Which is why I've brought her back for my universe. Universe, as I say, you can get your wrestlers off Community Creations and do exactly what you want with them. As you'll see, I've got the correct entrance for Maurice, got the correct music, made a custom entrance video, and she's the current Divas champion in my universe. Not for long if I can win this match with Layla. Still not quite nailed the hair physics there, the guys at THQ and Ukes, but otherwise a decent enough created effort here of Maurice. She dates The Miz in real life. Very, very lucky so-and-so. I'm sure you'll agree. Doing a patented hair flick. We'll skip that. And here comes the 5th of the DLC pack characters that we're showing off in this video, and that is Britain's very own Layla. Character model's okay. A little bit wooden. Eyes sort of empty. Other than that, they've done a fair enough job of making her. Coming out now to Tiffany's old music, Tiffany the ex general manager of ECW. For some reason, when Layla came back, instead of retaining her old music, she took Tiffany's music. So, explain that one. Again, tiny bit wooden and strange, but the likeness is just about there. Let's have a match. Still love the little build-up vids you get. These little, what would you call them? Intro cuts. See the belt. See the superstars having a face-to-face over it, ready for the match. We'll skip that as well, and let's play some WWE. As I say, this is the second of the 3 matches we're going to have here. Coming up after I've shown you some more moves, we're going to show off the Usos, which is the final set of characters from the new DLC, and they're going to be facing off against a created version of the Dudley Boys, complete with the Dudley Boys accurate finisher, the 3D. It's not called the 3D in game because obviously those guys are in TNA now, and it would be, I guess, it would be bad of CHQ to promote guys who are in a different federation, but it's very unmistakably the the 3D for which the Dudley Boys made famous.
Squeezing down on the head. Oh man, what impact from that suplex.
Let's have a little jump off the ropes with Layla. Let's get up. Bang. Load up a signature. As I'm sure you know, it's triangles for signatures and finishes. Nicely mocap that one there. Bit of a wake up taunt. Press up on the D-pad if you don't know how to do that. And one more hit of triangle. And it should be over. That move is not dissimilar to Damien Sandow. And Layla is the champ. So there you go, you've seen a title change on this video. More title changes on this video than your average WWE pay-per-view, because they're obsessed at the moment with changing titles on Raw and SmackDown and then not ever doing anything of interest on pay-per-views. But such is their way. So Layla is my new WWE Universe Divas champion. So that's the fifth, as I say, the fifth of the new DLC characters we've had a little look at there. We are going to have one more match very shortly. Before we do that, I'm going to show you the rest of these moves that we talked about briefly before. So we went through, if you're late to this video, then rewind a bit and you'll see that as part of the move pack in DLC 3, you've got new moves for Brock Lesnar, Chris Jericho, Natalya and Seth Rollins. And if you rewind back a bit, you'll be able to apply those moves to those guys as like a step-by-step walkthrough. Now we're going to do new moves for Triple H, Steven Dudley, and Sin Cara, if you know who that is. So let's back out again. Again, my creations, moveset. DX for some reason not set in my game as a tag team. I think I created a new one called The Clique, which Shawn Michaels is in, and because I did that, it's Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and X-Pac, and because I did that, I can't put Shawn Michaels in a second tag team, so that'll have to be something for another day. Instead, I'll show you this Dudley Boys 3D move, and I should be able to show you the DX move anyway. So if I go to Devon Dudley, again one of my created wrestlers, there's quite a few good Devon and Bubba Ray Dudleys out there if you search the community creation servers. If you then go tag team finishes, member list, you want to choose Bubba Ray Dudley because obviously that's his tag team partner. And then if you go down to, you're looking for something called Flapjack and Cutter Combo, there it is. Press X and you can actually watch that. You will definitely know what this is. There we go, that is very, very unmistakably the 3D. Before we apply that for definite, let's also show you that the DX move is in there. So obviously you need to do something slightly different to what I did. What you want to do is go to Shawn Michaels or Triple H's tag team moves list and edit it from there. But here, unmistakably, the super kick and pedigree combo is absolutely Shawn Michaels. Super kicking into Triple H pedigrees the man into the mat, and DX's finisher. In fact, I'm not sure how often they use that as a finisher. They often did either the super kick or the pedigree. At WrestleMania this year, of course, with Shawn Michaels being special guest referee in the match between Triple H and Undertaker, they used it there, and Undertaker still wasn't defeated. But in this game, you can have that as the finisher for DX or any other team you wish to. So I've applied that finisher to the Dudley Boys. We'll go back and see how that looks in a match very shortly. Before we do that, I just want to show you there's a couple more moves to apply to other people. So one of the new ones you can add is an airplane spin. This was a popular move in the 80s. A few wrestlers used it. It's a bit goofy. You put a man on the shoulders, spin around, and both the opponent and yourself get dizzy. It's often used now by comedy characters like Santino Marella. Eugene, who's not in it anymore, used it for a bit. Daniel Bryan uses it very, very occasionally. I'm going to apply it to Santino. So standing, I'm going to put it as a goggy grapple. And I'm going to, I don't know which to replace. He uses all of these. Let's put it in now for a neck breaker. And let's see if we can find it. There it is, the airplane spin. Throws him on the ground, and he didn't look that dizzy. But normally when they sell it as being quite dizzy in the real WWE. But as I say, if you want to apply that, I've applied it to Santino Marella. If you want to do it to Daniel Bryan, for instance, or any of the 80s guys you got in the game, you can do the same thing. Just go follow the little steps I took there. I'm going to show you one more before we go into our final match of the day. It's a Sin Cara move. Again, I haven't tried this one before, so let's hope that it shows up. I'm going to try and use it as a finisher. Special moves. No, I don't want a custom special move. Let's come back out of there. Finishers. He's currently got tilt-a-whirl armbar. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe I'll keep that, but I'll just show you this other one now, just so you can see it for yourself. It's the Fujiwara armbar. And there it is. That's what it looks like. It's a bit more simple, but I'm not going to save that. If you wanted to save that as your finisher for Sin Cara, it does use it. You can press X there and it will save it. I'm going to back out of that and keep the tilt-a-whirl armbar he has already on there. So that's all the moves then. That I've shown you sort of 10 or 11 moves there from the new moves pack that you can apply to superstars. And you know now, don't go applying the Kimura lock to Heath Slater because it's not something he uses, to put that on Brock Lesnar. That was an obvious one, but less so things like the pin-up strong for Natalya, the small package driver for Seth Rollins. You know what to do with those. Before we go, we're going to have one more match. So let's go back into WWE Universe. And basically the big thing about this match is I'm going to show you the Usos, so the final team in the DLC pack, and I'm going to show you Dudley Boy's finisher that we just assigned to them, the flapjack and cutter combo as it's called in the game, which is actually of course the 3D. So let's have the Usos come out first and I'll be the Dudley Boys. Bubba Ray and Devon. Let's put them in red. And then we'll find, just in case, I'll quickly flick through the other DLC content in case you haven't seen it before. So as I say, these guys, Mike Tyson is available in the store now. He's 59p. As of this week, he's available. Chainsaw Charlie part of DLC Pack 3, along with Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. You're going to see them now. We showed you Cesaro earlier, showed you Sandow earlier, Pillman earlier. Undertaker, his alternate attire is available on the PlayStation Store, and then DLC Pack 2 featured Yoshitatsu, Tensai, Ryback and Drew McIntyre, and then DLC Pack 1 featured Grandmaster Sexay, Scotty 2 Hotty, Val Venus, Rikishi, Gangrel, Goldust and DDP. There's a few women as well. I think AJ Lee and Natalya were both part of Pack 2. For now we want the Usos though, we're going to show you those guys. Probably sick of waiting, I apologise for that. Let's set it to quick again so we can jump as fast as possible to that finisher. If you don't want to watch a long match, I'm sure you want to get down to playing it yourself. So yeah, this is it, the finale of this little sort of 20-minute, half-hour video, DLC Pack 3 video. I hope it's been of use. If you guys do have any questions, then feel free to get in touch with the mag, twitter.com/OPM_UK, or with myself, twitter.com/Benji Wilson, that's BENJI Wilson, and we'll answer any questions you might have. If you want to see future videos on anything surrounding WWE 13, whether it's Universe Mode, DLC stuff, or anything else, then do just get in touch, let us know, and we'll do our best. For now, we're going to get through this last match. Here come the Usos. Strangely, their music, so when they first came into WWE, or certainly when they first got pushed in WWE, they started coming out and doing this hacker dance, and they basically had a version of their music that had a sort of hacker backing track, followed by an actual theme tune. Weirdly, but they've kept the hacker in the game, the developers, they've just cut the actual music itself cut straight to the theme tune, so it's not quite in sync, which doesn't really work. It's sort of a strange design decision that I'll probably at some point go in and download the correct soundtrack for the Usos off iTunes and apply that to the game. Likeness is pretty good. You can have the trunks, tattoos, 50p if you know which is which. I'll be honest and say I don't, but that's Jimmy and Jey Uso. They've got a pretty decent moveset actually. You won't see it here, but they've got like double super kick. They've got the sort of classic head shrinker move where one stands in the corner and the other does a splash off the top rope. They're a pretty decent tag team to use in the game. However, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use the Dudley Boys. I'm going to show you the 3D finishing move, which has been added to the game as part of the DLC pack. As you can see, I've made them a custom entrance video. And here they come. And they're pretty good likenesses. Again, these guys downloaded off the community creations. At the moment, obviously, with THQ suffering financial troubles, no ideas what's going to happen to the servers if the WWE license gets sold at any point this year. So I've tried to make the most of it and get as much of the servers of the community creation servers as I can, in case at any point they're taken down or anything goes wrong. So there's Devon, Bubba Ray in the background, and we're going to have some tag team action to finish up this video.
So our first competitors are in the ring.
Here we go.
Ready to start things off in this tag team match.
I should have made it some sort of Extreme Rules match, but as I say, I wanted to get through it as fast as possible so you can see the 3D in action.
Outlaw from behind. He plants him down with authority. Oh, Jay took his eyes off his opponent. That'll get you some attention.
It's got some pretty decent power moves, this Bubba. Again, with my universe at the moment, I've got them functioning as a team, but there might be a stage where, like in TNA at the moment, where they're in different. Bubba's solo and Bubba is solo, and Devon is in another faction called Aces and Eights, and it might be at some point that I split them up and have them go their separate ways. For now, I've got them teaming. I actually have something called a Legends title in my universe, currently held by the Heart Foundation, and in my mind, that's where they're going to go at. That's what they're going to go after next. So Jimmy, or is it Jay, taking a bit of a beating, trying not to spam move, trying to get this match over as fast as I can, but at the same time not spam move, so you can at least see a bit of diversity. Headbutt to the shoulder. Let's see if we can nail his signature, and then we're going to try and see if we can nail the 3D. I've never done this in this year's incarnation of the game, so I'm as excited as you are right now. Tag finisher. There we go. Here it comes. This should be the end. 3D. Bang. And classically, Devon hasn't helped by going to the other Uso and keeping him out of the ring. So let's see if we can do that ourselves. Come on, Bubba, let's end this. Nope, kick out. Still haven't fixed that bug. That's the one annoyance with WWE 13 this year, is that there is a bug where if you're pinning an opponent and you don't get the win, you don't get the 3 count, then the game will actually always kick out at 1 or less. It's very annoying. Again, hoping for a patch, but with the current troubles THQ going through, seems unlikely now, and that's a bit of a shame because it's the one thing that sort of detracts from gameplay. It's another famous Dudley move, the old headbutt to the backside. Ouch. Hopefully this time Bubba Ray will take his cue, go and keep the opponent out the ring. Let's have another 3D, shall we? Guys are here and recording. Good night, Usos. No, I still can't dispatch the man off the apron. They're being pretty dogged here, the Usos. Right, this should surely do it. 1, 2, 3. And that is that. That is pretty much DLC Pack 3. So, so from the start we went through, showed you Damien Sandow, Antonio Cesaro, Brian Pillman, Chainsaw Charlie, showed you Layla, showed you the Usos. There are 6 characters available. I showed you all the moves available, or certainly a high percentage of them. Things like the Kimura lock, Brock lock, the Lion Salt, Triangle Drop Kick. For me, definitely, I've really enjoyed the DLC pack. I've only had it one day. Enjoyed it enough to already do this video on it, and it's been great showing you guys the best parts of it, the best moves, all the characters. Keep coming back to Official PlayStation Magazine for even more exclusive video content. Thanks.